And consistency is really, really important. And this is why people get emotional in trading, because they can't handle that stuff. They can't handle losing money. They can't handle making it. And it's different emotions, but they're still emotions.
Just like my intro video depicted, guessing these markets is extremely difficult. And I've got some good news and some bad news for you guys. And it really just depends on how you are positioned in the market. The good news is these markets are absolutely going higher from a technical point of view. I spent the day poring over the charts, taking positions. I'm going to lay all of it out for you guys. And it is, yet again, the usual suspects, FAANG. The FAANG stocks are pushing this market higher, and it's having an impact. We see that now that the N in FAANG no longer stands for Netflix, it now stands for NVIDIA. And with all of this, we've got 5 stocks out of 500 that are included in the S&P 500. And those 5 stocks are now making up near 25% of the value of the entire S&P 500. And that's extremely unusual. This hasn't happened. The last time this happened was actually close to last year, but before that, it had been 50 years. So this is an unusual imbalance that the markets are in. And you guys know what the imbalance is all about. It's AI. And as I've been saying for weeks, can AI be a recession killer? Well, I think that looks like it is. And in addition to that, AI is going to be a bubble that will eventually pop, but it's not popping today, and I don't think it's going to pop next week, but we know that we are pushing towards the debt ceiling. I'm going to break all of that down for you guys and what I'm doing with these 5 stocks. This is the Stocks with Josh show. Thank you for hitting that like. I want to thank all the new subscribers. You guys know I've got a little page, but I've got incredible views, I've got incredible likes and engagement, and I've got a great community. Thanks to all of you guys. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the feedback that I get. Well, guys, I had to talk about big tech because big tech is making big moves. And I know that I said that I would talk about crypto, and that video I'm going to post tomorrow morning. I see some setups occurring in crypto. I think it's getting ready to have a big move in the next 5 days. I'm going to post that video tomorrow morning, but we had to talk about big tech today. All right, let's begin with NVIDIA. NVIDIA is clearly the tip of the spear for AI. And I want to make no mistake about it, the bulls are currently in charge of this chart despite the massive move up that we got. This morning I had to close my NVDS position, and I started an intraday call position on the dip in NVIDIA, which I intend to hold only through to the end of the day, not over the weekend, simply because I can't handle the stress. Over this long weekend, there is way too much opportunity for news events that could cause the market to violently move up or down Monday morning. I just didn't want to deal with it. I will, though, continue to play NVDS. NVDS is an inverse to NVIDIA. I'm going to play it when it's appropriate. The candles, though, have simply been telling me a different story. No wick, no rejection means the bulls are in charge. On NVIDIA, I've got to share a quick testimonial that I got in the comment section. Let me read this to you guys. It comes from Gene Richardson Paul. Mr. Josh, do you remember when I said you saved me $500 on First Republican? I played some options with it and I got to 1,300. Yesterday, I bought a contract of NVIDIA for $600 and I turned it into $6,000. That's exactly what I'm talking about with this AI bubble that we're going to be in. We're going to see the opportunity for such big movements. We're not talking even a 1x. We're talking the potential for 10x moves. On that note, I've been working steadily for the last week to put together an AI portfolio. I've got some great plays. I've got some logic behind why these companies might be the next AI pop, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys over the next handful of videos. Congratulations, Gene, on your win. Guys, the AI bubble is absolutely going to continue to grow. It is just getting started. I told you in a recent video that the market loves a good story and even a good reason to go up. It's all about hype. The markets move on hype. But make no mistake about it, it is a bubble and it will eventually pop. For some, it may make sense to rotate your shares into long calls. This is called stock replacement. It's when you lock in profits on some of the FAANG stocks and you simply take a smaller portion of money and you buy a call option to ride it that final move up. This would allow you to take some profits, which is important as an investor, and allow you to limit your overall exposure to the risk heading into the next month. I need to take a quick station break. If you need better trade tools, you guys can open and fund an account on the moomoo app. Right now, they're currently offering up to 20 free stocks. But this is a limited time offer. It's good till the end of this month. You can click on the link to get all of the details. You guys know that on that app, I host a chat group called Stock Josh Fam. We talk about stocks and crypto 24/7. The conversation is going on in that chat group. Get your free stock, start investing, and then come find us over there. All right, let's get into the stocks that are on the move today. Okay, Tesla. It's not one of the FAANG stocks, but it's one that I'm in heavy, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update. We've come to the top of the channel that I gave you when it started at 153, moved all the way up into the 190s. We've come to the top of that channel, and we're not getting bearish candlesticks, which means that there's a potential for us to break out above that channel. And if we got a confirmed breakout, a back test of the top of the channel, in my mind, $233 Tesla would be back on the table. So I'm in my Tesla position, I'm going long, and I'm watching for that move. Amazon. Amazon's a big one. If we get a close above $122.50, I think it's going to squeeze all the way up to $133. Going to be very volatile around the 122 price, but what you're looking for is the close. You're not looking for it to touch the price and move down. You want to see it close above 122.50, and once it does that, then it's a confirmed move up, and I think we're going to go higher on Amazon. Candles matter, and when you look at that confirmed move up, you want to see what those candles look like. That's why I've been giving you these mini candle classes. I'm also long Amazon. Now, the big one that I need to talk about today is Apple. Apple is setting up for a move higher, guys. If we get a close above $175.50, Apple's gonna be one of the ones that moves above its all-time highs. With that confirmed close, I see it going up to $186 right now. These clustered, tight price range candles indicate price consolidation, digestion of the previous move, and again, it's that lack of a big wick that means that it's going to push up. So buckle up on Apple, it's going higher. I also believe that Apple never misses the mark on messaging, and I think that they've got, in the future plan of their rollout of products, it's going to be all AI focused. These guys are great messengers, and I think that they're going to do a great job introducing AI through their product line, and we're going to see them get that AI boost. I don't believe that it's gotten that AI boost yet. I think the move up that we've seen in price is just Apple as a company and as a stock. I think that it's going to get that AI boost, and I think we're definitely going to get to all-time highs. We're going to get above all-time highs on Apple. All right, Meta confirmed a breakout above $252, which means that we're headed to 278 on Meta. Microsoft has been getting an NVIDIA sympathy bump, and I think the target for Microsoft is $338 right now. At some point, maybe in June, smart money is absolutely going to sell into this feeding frenzy that I'm describing to you guys. So as I've warned, you do not want to be the last buyer, but you also don't want to be in inverse plays on FAANG right now, because if you are, you will get skinned alive. Having said that, all of this momentum is moving big tech stocks towards the debt ceiling crisis at 200 miles an hour. And what that means to me is that volatility is going to spike. Plays like the VIX, I'm in June expiration call spreads. I'm in it to take advantage of the coming volatility that I see. For example, the other day in the news, Fitch Ratings put the US credit rating on a potential downgrade notice. They cited a concern about the failure to pay their debt. This is just like you or I getting a collection letter or a bill notice saying, hey, don't miss that payment coming up on the 1st of the month. The US has the best debt rating in the world, which is a AAA rating. It's because we are the most prosperous country in the world. But like anybody else who has a responsibility of maintaining a budget, we know that these greedy politicians have simply been overspending, and they're on a pace to run the country into bankruptcy. All this momentum with AI and big tech is simultaneously pushing the stock market up while the debt ceiling looms. And as I've warned, the smart money like Morgan Stanley, they've already told their clients that they're going to sell into the strength. And they're also going to sell into the debt ceiling news. So we know that the bubble will get popped. The government has been warning that the bank account is going to get drained by the month of June. It will come to a head. We had a similar event back in 2011, and the markets fell 20% in just a handful of days. So the conclusion is this: big tech is pushing higher. AI is proving to be a recession killer, as I've been saying, but every single day these 5 stocks climb, the risk to hold them grows. I want you guys to check out this weekly Gaussian channel on the S&P 500 as measured by the SPX. You can see that the top of the channel, it aligns nicely with 4,300. And then the middle of the channel is a natural area that we could see a retest, which aligns nicely with the key support of 4,000. I've been saying that we're going to continue to move up. We will get a pullback and it will be dramatic, but it might just be a pullback to 4,000, which is where we started the year off. And so it's really going to end up being mostly a flat year, but with incredible money-making opportunities all throughout. Nobody knows to what extent AI can push everything up. Also, nobody knows what the impact of the debt ceiling crisis is going to be. But one thing though is absolutely for certain, there is a ton of money being made right now. We saw it with Gene. He turned 600 bucks into 6,000. Those are the opportunities that are getting presented every single day, up or down. Get prepared, get educated, and try to get some of these moves. For every Gene out there, I get notices from people saying, I have really broke my account, I've totally failed, and I'm thinking of giving up. It always is an opportunity to reset. Do not waste the education that the market's giving you. Those are expensive lessons. Really sit down and think, what did I do wrong? Your journey is absolutely no different than mine and a lot of people. I was talking to a young guy the other day that I met, and I was telling him, because he got into the market, he blew up his crypto account, he lost everything, and he hasn't touched it since. And I said to him, I said, listen, you know, you think that you're just not good at this. I said, but truthfully, what you did is something that everybody's done. We looked at Kevin O'Leary. He blew up his account getting into crypto and he aligned himself with FTX. Not only did he blow up his account, he blew up everybody that he got to invest alongside of him and most of America. You're not any worse off than anybody else and you've not made worse mistakes. You need to take a pause. You need to rebuild your confidence, and you need to know that if you continue in the journey and if you learn those lessons, you will eventually find success, and it'll be very, very exciting. That's my experience. I made a ton of mistakes until I began to learn, and it all began to come together at one point. That's what excites me, is believing in you guys and seeing that same thing happen in your lives. I've got a small announcement that I'm going to make tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 6 a.m. West Coast time. Make sure to check that out. Tomorrow's video is going to be about crypto. I think that we're going to be having a really big move in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Mara, and Riot, and I think it's going to happen in the next 5 days. But I have seen in the past with crypto, when I saw something happening 4 days or 5 days from now, it'll happen the day that I noticed it. So I do think that the video is going to be extremely timely and something you need to pay attention to. I think the market's giving us signals. I'm going to talk to you guys about that tomorrow. I have to thank you guys again for all the likes. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Peace and blessings. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.